What's up, everybody? It's your girl Barbie J here with the recap and review of Tyler Perry's White House comedy drama, The Oval, Season 6, Episode 2, Blow for Blow. And some people was giving blows left and right, and some people might have been blowing down below. Anyhow, before we get started, if you are new here or if you're returning here and have not subscribed to this channel as of yet, please take a moment right now and hit that subscribe button, then hit the notification bell and select all. It'll let you know every time I upload any new content to this channel. Then I ask that you hit that like button, which is the thumbs up button. Write a comment and give your 2 cents. Join the conversation, and then share because sharing is caring. So now we're in the Oval. Sam has spilled the tea and told everybody that Bobby has been banging Simone. Yeah. So everybody was, really Max. Max was trying to tell Sam, this is not you. Don't do it. Don't say it. And they like, Bobby's like, if you got something to say, Sam, say it. And Max is trying to stop it. And Eli wants to know, Dad, I want to know what's going on. Then Priscilla makes up an excuse saying that Sam is just jealous and he's trying to get back at her because they having marital problems. And Eli's like, he opened his can of worms and I want to know what's going on. So Sam tell him to ask Bobby. So at this moment now, Donald has entered the Oval and he comes over there wanting to know what's going on and stuff. And is everything okay? And Eli's like, no, Sam's about to tell us something. And Bobby's just standing there not saying anything. And then Simone says, stop it. This is crazy. Because he's like, Bobby, have you been effing my wife? And Simone's, how could you say that about me? I've been nothing but faithful to you. I wouldn't sleep with him no more than you would with Victoria. And Victoria's like, well. And then who was that? Sam, Max, and Donald looked down like, oh my God, that means she slept with him because Eli been sleeping with Victoria and they all know it. Now, I got to be honest, though, in this scene, I didn't like Simone's attitude, how she attacked Sam. How you going to attack Sam with what you doing and got going on? Girl, come on now. Talking about he a low down and I had the utmost respect for you. He had respect for you and look what you doing. Girl, bye with that. Because even after Sam apologized, she's like, that's not good enough. Girl, you taking this to another level. You better stop. Okay? And then Priscilla, I didn't care for what she said. Talking about Sam is jealous of Bobby. Sam ain't jealous of Bobby. Sam don't want no Bobby baby who's been sticking his ding-a-ling in everybody, sticking it in his wife. That's what Sam has a problem with. Bobby need to know how to take that outside of his job, outside of the White House. But he's being an ignorant little immature boy the way he's behaving. So I'm losing respect. I've been lost respect for Bobby, baby. And I don't care how damn good he looks in his chocolate self. Period. So Donald finally steps in and takes charge. He sends Sam to do something. He's tell Max and Bobby to get out, and try to disperse everything. And then Max laid into Bobby, who didn't want to hear it. He said, well, you're going to hear it. And he's trying to talk some common sense into Bobby about how Sam shot him and what did he think Eli will do to him when he finds out. It's just ridiculous. And here's the stupid part, because then Simone comes out of there. She tells Bobby she want to see him in another room. And Max is telling him, don't do it, don't do it, don't. He's like, no, where I ain't gonna do it, I ain't gonna do it. But he gets in that room and he does it. Even though he tells Simone he don't want to do it, she said, oh, you want to do it. Like she got control over him to do it. And he's like, what am I, a piece of meat? She said, and she looked down and saw his heart on and she's like, look like it. And then he had to give it to her. I said, see, now she got him under control. And even when they had finished and everything, she told him he would do this anytime she wanted to. He's like, no, you don't control me. And she asked him, was he sleeping with Priscilla? And he said, well, he doing his private time. It's his business. But then after he had sex with her, she was like, and you will not be sleeping with Priscilla anymore. I was like, look at this, look at this. So back in the Oval, Priscilla's sharing her proposal that she made with Donald. Donald's asking why would you want to do all this stuff? So they tell Donald why. And then she said, before I go up there, I would like to make a phone call up there so he'll know I'm coming, to tell his men to stand down. Donald calls Kyle. Kyle finally opens up the phone lines. Priscilla calls up and talks to him. They do a little flirty. He said, come up, but come alone. And she goes up there. When she leaves out of the Oval, Sam sees her. He's pissed about it. He was like, yo, he started pushing and getting mad, telling you can't do it. And Donald was like, you don't have any say in this matter. Matter of fact, he said, why don't y'all escort him out the building? Take this agent out. So Sam gets mad and he's pushing Max, telling everybody don't touch him and everything. And then Max gets in his face and tells Agent Kane and Alonzo to take him down. How come he gets called Agent Kane, but Alonzo just gets called Alonzo? So anyway, they all trying to keep Sam calm, but that's his wife. None of them have wives, so they don't understand. You know what I mean? But then Sam, you have to realize Priscilla don't want to have nothing to do with you. So she want to go up there and get herself killed. Let her go up there and get herself killed. At least you tried. That's all I got to say. You tried. So the agents take Sam down to his vehicle and he's like, don't put your hands on me no more. You're enjoying this, right? And he's like pushing Agent Kane because Agent Kane is doing a little bit too much close and touching. Come on, that's your colleague. Not even that. Sam was over the agents. So who are you to start putting your hands on him? Sam ain't never put his hands on you or touched you, far as we know. So anyway, while this is going on and they're arguing, here come Richard. He was about to leave. And then Sam was like, I need you to stay because Priscilla's going up there and I don't know, something happened to her and stuff. So Richard said he'll stay and he'll call Sam if anything happens. But before he leaves, he tells Sam that he asked Nancy for a divorce. And can he go by there and check on her? Because honestly, he didn't want to go home. So Sam said fine. And he leaves and then Agent Kane and Alonzo go back upstairs. So while that's going on, we have Nancy sitting at the table with Dale. She's sad about Barry. And Dale asked her, does she mind telling him what happened? And she said, we don't know. And she said, can you believe this? With all of this that's going on, my husband asked me for a divorce. I don't want to be alone. And he said, well, I'm here. She said, yeah, but you're not my husband and stuff. And he said something about he might need a husband too. And that's when she realized that he's gay. So then she's saying how alone she is. And she goes over and gets this tray with liquor on it. And she's asking him, what kind of liquors are these? Like, how do you make a drink? How do you drink liquor? And he said he used to be a bartender, so he made her a drink, mixing it together. Nancy said, that tastes good, but it looked like he mixed 3 or 4 liquors together. It's like, where's the soda or Sprite in there somewhere? The simple syrup or something. Good Lord. So she started drinking and saying it was good, and she wanted more. And he's like, Miss Nancy, you don't need that much. She said, boy, shut up and give me some more. And so he made some more and gave it to her. So she about to get toasted, roasted, and drunk hostess, whatever that is that I just made up. Anyway, now we see Priscilla going up the stairs into the residence, and I guess the mercenaries are pointing guns at her because you see all those red dots pointing on her chest and her hands are up like it's just me, it's just me. And when she comes in there, Agent Isaac is like, what do you want? And she said, I'm here to see the president, you know that. And he tells the guy, stand down, and tells her he's waiting for you. And I'm like, how you going to say stand down? You should have been saying stand down when she was coming up. You know what I mean? They could have shot her then. Come on now. So anyway, she goes by and who does she see but Jason? And he acts like a totally disrespectful perv. Okay? That's what he is. I don't even want to discuss all the stuff he said, but I'm going to try to say a little bit of it. He asked her how she is and that he misses her. And he says that he's good. He's still alive. And she said, well, that's more than I can say for Jean. And he's like, who? Oh, Jean. Yeah, I heard about her. Yeah, I hope her family's getting. I was like, what? He acting like he's so concerned. And then when she just was like, boy, push past him. And like, where's your father? Push past him to he in there waiting for you. You going to do the dirty deed with him? He want to watch them have sex together. She's like, boy, you better get out of my face. And then she went into the bedroom to see Hunter. So as she enters, he says, well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes or something like that? And then she said she was up there. She wanted to talk to him. He said, how about a little pillow talk? And he pats the bed. And she said, oh, is that what you want? And she goes over there, takes off her shoes and gets in the bed with him and lays on the pillow. He gets in his face and starts talking to him. So, of course, he's trying to get some sex. And she said, now, why would we do that? How can we do that? Your legs don't work. He said, well, other things work. And she's giggling. And she tells him she's not having sex with him. And then she asks him to just listen to her. And she asks him to open up a line of communication with them downstairs so that they can come to some sort of resolution. And Hunter was like, why would we do that? She said, because we need to get this place back together. We need some organization. We got about 9 hours before the staff starts coming back. There's bullet holes in this and blood stains over here, whatever else she was saying. So as Hunter's considering it, he asks about Eli. And she was like, oh no, you got him by the balls. And she tells him, Hunter, about Eli and how frazzled and shaken he was and that he didn't know what to do. And she's told him, he's not you. He's not a president. And the whole world knows this. So she was buttering up Hunter, and she was just flirting and doing everything she could to, get him to trust her. So she tells Hunter she can help him, and he wants to know how. And she goes, oh, Mr. President, there is so much you don't know about me. And he's like, please tell me. And she says, in time, with her little soft pillow talk voice. So Priscilla tells Hunter that, his men will not get arrested because he was concerned about that. She was saying they're hurt. You need to get them some help. And then Priscilla tells Hunter that there's a way for all of this to work out for everyone. So just let me handle it. And of course, there go Hunter's dirty mind again. He says, there is something I'd like for you to handle. And Priscilla responds, I'm not having sex with you. And they laugh. And as he says, why not? And she rephrases it and says, I'm not having sex with you until all of this is over. And then you will be a lucky boy. And he's like, you promise? And she says she promises. So then she left. But when she left, she made a face like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. That was the look on her face. So now we see Bobby coming out of the room where he has sex with Simone. And Max goes over there and he can smell her perfume on him. And he said, at least if you're going to do it, take off all your clothes so you don't smell like her perfume. He's like, I didn't do nothing. He said, oh, you going to sit here and lie and say you didn't do anything? I can smell it all over you. And then he starts trying to talk some more common sense into Bobby about messing with these men's wives, talking about he does it because it's convenient. You sound stupid. You sound ignorant. You sound immature. You sound desperate. I don't know how he sounds. Y'all put it down in the comment section. How does Bobby sound? I have no respect for him whatsoever. And Max is trying to tell him maybe she did it on purpose because she was jealous to make her husband jealous like Priscilla did. And he didn't care. Bobby did not care. And I was so glad that Max said, you disgust me. Because he discusses me too, Max. He discusses me too. So now we have this scene. We're back inside the Oval with Donald, Eli, and Victoria. Why is she still around? I have no idea. She is not the first lady. But they was discussing Priscilla and Hunter upstairs. Donald said he doesn't have any faith in her. But he and Victoria said, but they know Hunter and he trusts anything in a skirt and all of this stuff. But then when they got silent with that, Victoria decides to start telling Donald's personal business to Eli and how he's in the closet, how he's having sex with Kyle. And then she asks about his wife, Lily, poor thing, blah, blah, blah. And Eli's like, I'm not concerned about two consulting adults doing whatever. I said, well, then if you not concerned about it and don't care, then you don't care about what Simone is doing with Bobby Baby, do you? And he can't say anything really if Donald was doing something behind his wife's back because Eli was doing something behind his wife's back. So that's why Eli can't say anything and don't want to say anything. But he did tell Donald that he don't care because we all have our secrets. And Victoria said, yes, we do. And so Donald said, you care to share any of your secrets with me? And Eli's looking like, huh? What? He said, he said, I don't have any secrets. And Donald said, you just said we all have our secrets. He said, I don't have anything major. I'm a pretty trustworthy guy. I started laughing. I was like, oh, stop, please. But that darn Victoria would not stop. She kept trying to be, she was annoying, not trying to be. She was annoying. Donald kept trying to say, ma'am, please, Victoria, please, stop, please. It got to the point where Eli said, Victoria. And she's like, what? You don't care that he's sleeping with one of his agents? He said, is it contained and hidden? Does it interfere with your work? Okay, he said, if there were a situation, sir, believe me, I would handle it. And he's like, okay, that's good enough for me. But Victoria wanted to keep on, and that's when Eli said, "Look, I need him." She said, "No, you need me. I know that a-hole upstairs better than anybody." He said, "No, I need him." But he would never tell her to get out, like he probably would have told his wife. But he waited for Victoria to get up on her own and leave finally. And when she walked out of the Oval, who's standing there but Max and Bobby? And she could smell Simone's perfume. And she goes over to Bobby and sniffs him, and she could smell it all over him. And Max says, "Ma'am, we have a problem." And she went and sniffed Bobby some more and said, "Yes, we have a problem. You come with me." And she told Bobby to follow her, but Bobby wouldn't move. And then she said, "You hear me? Come on." And he finally moved. And Max said, "I told you." Because he know this going to get him in trouble. Bobby don't listen at all. But then the episode ended with Sam showing up to Richard and Nancy's house. And when he gets to the door, he hears the sound like, "Ah, ah, ah, ah." And he go running in there and bust in the house and bust in the bedroom door. And he catches Richard's father wearing in on Nancy. "Ride him, cowboy, ride him." He riding her like she a stallion. And they're like, oh my God. And they like covering themselves up. And Sam is standing there with his gun still pointed at them like, "What the what?" And it went off just like that. So y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I thought the episode was pretty much not very as interesting as I would have loved it to be. I did like the scene with Priscilla up there flirting with Hunter. I like their interaction together, you know. But besides that, I didn't care much for this episode at all. I didn't even like how things went down at the beginning. But I wanted Sam to tell what Bobby was doing, and everybody seemed like they was ganging up on Sam, saying, "What type of person? This is not you. This ain't you." "What do you mean ain't me?" Dropping dime. It's time to spill the tea, baby. Anyway, y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all thought about this episode. I can't wait to hear what everybody got to say. And I will see you all in the next one. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share, because sharing is caring. It's your girl Barbie J saying peace.